phone call or a more official, professional phone call. So we did that part and we made a conversation. After that, we talked about the difference between the two letters, the two ways of pronouncing the letter U. So the letter U, you can either do it as an like uncle or study or unlucky or until, this kind of sound, the sound, or you can have it as the U sound, which is the same sound as the letter in the alphabet. So these are our two main ways of pronouncing the letter U. So we talked about them. We also finished exercise number 3 here, where we found, wa alaikum salam. So we talked about this, but we still didn't start with this lesson. I think we only started with the first exercise. We talked about the difference between journey, trip, tour, and travel. Who can remind me what's the difference between these words, between travel, journey, trip, a tour? Who can give me a summary? For example, journey. Which is longer, a journey or a trip? Which one is longer?
Journey is longer.
Correct. A journey is longer, right? But which one is a verb here?
Travel.
Travel, okay. Which one is an uncountable noun? So we cannot say...
A tower.
We can say, for example... Travel?
Yeah.
Is it an uncountable noun? Or is it... We can use it as a noun.
Uncountable noun. Yes.
Uncountable noun.
Correct, it's uncountable, yeah. What about tour? Is it countable or uncountable?
Yes.
A tour, what do you think? Countable or uncountable? Who can guess?
I think it's countable.
Yes, actually, all 3 of them are countable because we have a. If you use the a, this means there's singular and there's plural, right? Here, let me show you a little tip. So because all 3 of them, we have a tour, we have a trip, and we have a journey. So this means you can count these, right? Because if it's something uncountable, we cannot put a. We cannot say a water, for example. You just say water, right? We cannot use the article a. So if you want to use the article a with a noun, this means the noun is countable. So we can say, for example, have a good trip, have a good journey. We can say, I went on a tour. So here it's a singular tour, it's one tour. So it's countable, but you cannot say, for example, have a good travel. No, you cannot do it like that because we can't use a, or I'm going on a travel. No, also you cannot use it in this sense. You can sometimes use traveling, they use it a lot as a noun. So I love traveling. That in this situation, it's a bit of a noun. Anyway, so these are a few differences. We talked about them. And they're also, you can find them in your book, in the summary at the end of the book. You can also, find a little more about them. Okay, now let's answer this part, the second part of the question, part B. We want to choose the right word for the right situation. So, wa alaikum salam, Najat, hi. Okay, so let's do it. Number 1, who would like to try with number 1 here? How long is your... What do you think?
Journey.
Travel.
Is it travel or is it journey?
Journey.
Travel, I think.
Okay. Okay, let's leave it and come back to it. Wa alaikum salam. Hi, Suhaib. What's up? Okay, let's leave number 1. We'll come back to it. What about number 2?
Have you ever been in a business? trip abroad.
Can we say business journey? Does it make sense? Or do you think it doesn't make sense? Okay, trip is the right one. Because here, when businessmen usually travel, they go for short times, you know, only for business.
Short time, yes.
They do their, you know, business, they have their meetings, whatever, and then they leave. Okay, number 3.
Travel a lot. Travel a lot last year.
Right. That's correct. Travel a lot. We're using it like verb, travel a lot. Okay, what about number 4? Have you ever been on a bus of a famous city? What do you think?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
bus? Is it bus trip or is it bus tour?
Tour.
Sure.
Tour.
Yes.
Right. A famous city.
Okay. What about number 5? What's the longest you've ever been on?
Journey.
Journey is correct.
Journey.
What about number 6? Have you ever been on a package? What do you think? And pay attention to
Tour.
Correct. Tour is correct. A package tour. What
I
about
didn't
number?
understand this question.
Package tour. A package tour is when you go on a trip and everything is included. So your tickets are paid for, your accommodation, your stay in the hotel, any activities. You pay for everything in advance before you go. You pay them. You pay it in the office.
Yes.
This type of holiday, they sometimes call it a package tour. They sometimes call it a package holiday. It's popular, especially with older people in Europe. You know, they don't want the headache. They just pay everything at the travel agent. You know, the travel agents, they just pay everything. And when they go there, there's usually some kind of tour guide, and he just takes them wherever they want to go. This is the idea. What about number 1 now?
Journey.
Travel.
How long is your journey to school? How long is your
Journey.
travel
Travel
to go?
to school.
Journey.
Travel.
Travel.
Journey.
Okay, let's check first. Let's take a look at the summary and see how they use the word travel. Let's take a look. The rest of them are correct. We're sure of that. We only have this one. Let's take a look. 140. Okay, here we are. Okay. Can you see this? So I'm just going to put 2 boxes around what I want you to pay attention to. So we have this and then this. Just these 2 boxes. If you read them carefully, you'll find the answer. So what do you think? Should we say how long is your travel to school or how long is your journey to school and why? What do you think, Suhaib?
I think travel.
You think travel. Sophia, what about you? What do you think?
journey travel no journey.
Okay.
No, but school is near there.
Okay. School is near, but
Maybe not.
but what do they what did they say about travel? How can you use it? You can use it in two ways.
Uncountable. Yes.
You can use it as a verb, or you can use it as an uncountable noun. So look at this example, which is not correct.
As
Can
a
you see-
verb, maybe there.
Can you see this one?
Was your travel?
You cannot say that because travel is uncountable. You cannot use it in this way. How long is your travel? So if we use this idea, or if we use these rules and go back to the example, let me take you back to the example. Here it is. Sorry, who can tell me which page is it? Is it? I don't know. Unit 6.
54.
I think it's here.
It's 54.
54?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, here it is. So, how long is, so if we're using is, can you see is? This means we're asking about something countable, right? So for example, if I want to know about your car, I will say, how big is your car? Or how old is your son? Or for example, how expensive is your phone? Phone, car, son, all of these are countable nouns. So we can give them the singular is, right? But for example, if we want to talk about something uncountable, can we use it in this way? How long is your travel to school? What do you think? The correct answer is actually journey. How long is your journey to school? Yeah, because we cannot use travel in this way. How long is your travel? It's an uncountable noun. We cannot use it like this. That's the only reason. Of course, journey usually means a long, long distance, but we cannot use travel in this way. We can use another word, commute, if we're talking about work. So commute is excuse me, is the trip to work and back from work is called a commute. We can sometimes use it, but in this example, we can't use travel. Anyways, let's move on to our next question, number 2. So here in number 2, we're going to do a little bit of reading. And let me show you the question. So it says here, read the travel blog and answer these questions. Okay, so this is the little travel blog. Let me see if there's something else. No, that's it. Okay, so take a minute, just read this little blog here, this small part, and then we'll ask these questions and answer them together, okay? So go ahead, take a minute. Okay. So what was the program about, the BBC program about? About what?
About
The best
place.
the place to visit.
Okay. All right. And what did the blogger decide to do after watching the program? What did he do?
He want to
He decided
visit
to visit all of them.
one of them.
Yeah, so he decided to visit all of them, or he wanted to visit all of them. Okay. And how many places has he been to so far?
15.
I have
50.
been to
15.
15 of 50.
50.
15 of 50.
Has he visited all 50 places?
No,
I think 5.
Just
5?
15.
He's been to
no,
5?
15. 15 of 50.
Okay.
15.
Is it 5 or is it 15 or is it
15.
50?
15.
15.
It's
15 of
55.
50.
Okay. All right. Correct. Yeah, 15. He's been to 15. All right. And did he like all of them? Did he like all the places?
Yes.
Yes, he liked it.
Yes.
Yeah, he liked them.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially
Alright.
the best 5.
Yeah, the top 5.
Particularly top 5, yes.
Exactly. Yeah, he talked about the top 5. Okay, so far we don't know anything yet about the places or which ones he's visited. We still don't know anything. We don't have any information. So let's find a little more about this blogger's adventures. Let's find out. So here, number 3, I want you to guess. So we have a bit of a guessing question here. So the guessing question says, which of these places are in the photos A to C? This means we need to take a look at the photos first. Can you see this photo? What's this in front of you in the photo? What can you see?
Machine.
Island, I think.
Island.
Island? Who said machine? I had someone say machine.
Ocean.
Ocean. An ocean.
Ocean. Yes.
Okay, so there's an ocean in the background. Yeah, water, the ocean, and an island. There's some kind of island. Okay, okay.
Yeah, island.
And what do you see here in photo B? What can you see?
Mountains.
River
mountains.
and mountain.
Okay, there's a river and there are some, I don't know if these are mountains.
Mountains.
Do you think they're mountains?
No, maybe not.
Yes.
Yes, but why are they flat from the top here?
Yes, not.
What do we call a river or a dry river when it comes in the middle of ground? What do we call it? What do you think?
In Arabic,
Okay, in Arabic. Say it in Arabic. What is it?
سهل. Say سهل.
Wadi.
Yes,
Kenya.
wadi.
Wadi.
So in English,
But
what do we call it?
I don't know. Valley?
Really.
Valley.
Yeah,
Valley. Some kind of
Yes.
valley, maybe. Correct. I heard another word. Someone say something with a K.
Canyon.
A canyon. Could it be a canyon?
Yes. Canyon, yes.
Okay, maybe canyon, valley, something. Okay, let me show you a photo. See the last one. Okay, now we can see mountains, right?
Mountains, yes.
I think these are mountains. And you can also see they're ice-topped mountains. So they have a bit of ice at the top on the peaks. Okay, so these are the 3 photos. Now I want you to guess from these 3 photos, which places are mentioned. Okay, so it's a two-part question. Okay, let's do the first part first. So you can see that here we have 6. We have 6 places in the list, right? But we only have 3 photos. So 3 of the places match the photos, but 3 of them don't. So this is my question. Photo A, where do you think this is from this list?
South Island, New Zealand.
South Island, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, yes.
New Zealand, yes.
Okay. And any other guesses? No? Do you think maybe it's somewhere else?
Australia.
The Great Barrier Reef, Australia, maybe? Mm,
Yes.
okay, okay.
No, maybe South Africa, I think.
Maybe
Beach
South
and
Africa?
ocean. Yes, Cape Town, South Africa, and see the mention. No. Maybe.
Okay, okay, maybe. We don't really know. What about photo B, the valley or the canyon?
The Grand Canyon, USA.
USA.
Do you think this is the Grand Canyon, USA?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And the last photo, the one with the mountains, this one, the mountain and...
The Great Barrier.
Zealand. This is New Zealand.
This is New Zealand. Come on.
Yes.
This one is in New Zealand, you think? C.
Yes.
Okay, Selma, you've got a bit of noise. I think the TV is too loud. Okay, correct, yes. It might be correct. I don't want to give the answers yet because we need to listen. All right, so it says here the places where the top 5. Okay, before we check, there's another question. This is for you. So which place would you like to go to and why? So here I want your opinions. Who would like to go to photo A, photo B, or photo C? So let's say we don't know yet the places. Who would like to go to photo A? Let me show you photo A.
I would like.
You would like to go?
Visit all.
All of them?
Yes.
But let's say you can only choose one. Which
For me,
one?
A.
A. Anyone else would like to go to photo A?
For me, C. For me, C.
C, the one with the mountains.
Yeah, cold weather.
Okay. Anyone would like to visit photo B? This place in photo B? Anyone
Me.
wants? Okay, Rashid, you'd like to go here? Okay.
Where is he?
We still don't know the place yet. Just the photo. We're only talking about the photos because we're going to do some listening and we'll find out.
I don't see it.
You can't see it?
Yes.
You can't see the book?
No, no. See.
You can see it now? Saib, can you see the book?
I said C.
C, okay.
Photo C.
Photo C. Okay, I thought you said I can't see the book. Yes, photo C. So we have two people who are interested in this place. Okay, so let's try to find out what are the names of the places and let's learn a little bit about them. So it says the places in 3A were the top 5 destinations that people chose for the TV programs, 50 places to go before you die. Guess which order they were in. Okay, so we still don't know the places. We still haven't matched them yet. But can you see this list? These are actually the top 5 places that the blogger was talking about. Remember when the blogger said there are the top 5 places were the most interesting?
Yes.
These are the 5 top places to visit in the list in the BBC program. So now we want to guess which is number 1, which is 2, which is 3, which is 4, and which is 5. In your opinion, what do you think?
Number 1, I think, in New Zealand.
South Africa, I think.
The Cape Town, South Africa is number 1.
Number 2, maybe Disneyland, Disney World.
Okay, Disney World, number 2.
South Island, New Zealand. 3.
3, okay.
And 4th, Great Barrier Reef, Australia.
Right.
And the last one, Grand Canyon, USA.
Okay, so this is Noah's list.
It's for me. It's for me.
Okay. Any other lists? Any other guesses? Rashid, what do you think? What's your list like?
The first one, New Zealand.
Okay. South Island,
The second one, the Great Canyon, USA.
Okay. The Grand Canyon,
The Great Barrier Reef, Australia.
Okay.
Disney World, Florida.
Disney
USA.
World, Florida.
And Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay, let's check. Because it's very hard to guess without really knowing, so maybe it's better to check. So let's take a look. And let's find out. So, okay, here it is. Can you see it? This is the list of 50 places, but I'm trying to look for okay, it's not here. Anyways, can you see the 50 places before you die, this list? Can you see number 1?
Yes.
Who said Grand Canyon?
Yes.
I think Rashid, you said number 1 Grand Canyon, right?
Rashid said
Cape Town first, you said.
No, I said the second.
The second. Okay, you were close. So Grand Canyon, the Grand Canyon is number 1. The Great Barrier Reef, number 2. Disney World.
Grand Canyon, the last one.
You put it number 5, but it's number 1. Okay. The South Island, New Zealand, Cape Town, South Africa. Okay, take a look at these places. Has anyone been to any of these places? Some of them are actually, one of them is in Egypt. Has anyone been to the pyramids in Egypt?
Yes.
Yes, Rashid. Anyone else? Nobody's been to Egypt? Sophia also? Okay, the pyramids. So the pyramids is here. The Petra اللي في الأردن in Jordan. Anyone visited the Petra in Jordan? Yes, Samiha?
Yes.
You've been there? Okay, so this is also in the list, number 16. Let's see any other places in here, and maybe in the Arab world. Abu Simbel, I think it's near the pyramids, right? I think it's in the same area.
Yeah. Yes.
Bali, Luxor in Egypt. Anybody's been to Luxor, Egypt? Dubai? What about Dubai? Maybe someone's been to Dubai. No?
No.
Okay, so, and what about the other places? Take a quick look. See if you've visited any of these places. Tahiti, Hong Kong. Taj Mahal, anybody been to India? Paris, what about Paris?
I wish.
Okay, so this is the list. I think the only places in the Arab world is Luxor, Abu Simbel, and
Abu Zabal, I think, Egypt.
Yes, it's in Egypt, Abu Simbel.
Abu Simbel.
Mm-hmm.
Where this is?
I think it's near the اللي احنا نقولوا له بالعربي أبو الهول أعتقد.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same thing in English. Abu Simbel, I think they call it.
She has said Abu Zabal.
Yeah,
this
Abu
is the
Al-Hol,
present.
No, Abu Simbel. It's written here in English, but I think it's Abu Al-Hol. Let me just quickly
أبو
confirm.
الهول.
In Arabic we say Abu Al-Hol, yeah. But I just want to confirm it. Let me see the photos. Abu Simbel. No, I think Abu Simbel is something else. Let me just see. Here, I'll share the screen. Can you see this? Can
I
you
think
see?
like Ramses.
I don't know. بالعربي it says
I can't see.
You can't? Okay, sorry. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah. This is
Yes.
Abu Simbel. Anyways. Okay, so let's go back. And let's do the listening this time because we're still not sure of the places. I want to find out because I can't remember them. So let's go to the places and let's do the listening. So we finished this part, number 3B, the places were top 5, blah, blah, blah. So we did this. We guessed the order. We also finished this part. Okay, now we have the listening part. It says, Josh and Ismay are colleagues. Listen to their conversation. Where is each person going for her next holiday? Okay. So before we listen, let's listen first, and then we can answer the follow-up question because we might have to listen twice. So let's listen the first time and find out about the places. After that, we can answer the questions. Okay. Here it is. So you want 23, CD2, 23. What? Is this CD2? This is pre-intermediate. Oops. 33. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was 23. CD2. Okay. Okay, so let's listen. All right, so here we are. Okay.
Track 33.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Esme.
I saw your wife in the supermarket the other day. She told me all about your trip to Australia. Oh, it sounded amazing.
Yeah, it really was incredible. We loved every minute, particularly the Great Barrier Reef. That was unbelievable.
Yes, I can imagine.
And what about you? Have you got any holiday plans?
Yes, I looked at that travel blog you told me about. You know, the one about the 50 places to go before you die?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and my husband Ronnie and I are going to New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah, we booked it last month.
Great. How long are you going for?
3 weeks. We both really need a holiday. And it's summer over there, of course. It'll be nice to see the sun again. Oh, I can't wait.
So when are you going?
We're leaving on Saturday. We have to get up at 4:30 because we're getting the 6 o'clock train to the airport.
Oh, that's early.
We don't mind. We're really excited.
And where are you staying?
We're staying with friends of Ronnie's for the first 2 weeks. They live in Wellington on the North Island. Then we're travelling to the South Island. We're going on a cycling tour for a week.
Wow, that sounds like hard work.
Well, it's not all cycling. Sometimes we're driving to places in a tour bus and then cycling when we get there. And what about you? Are you having a holiday this winter?
No, we aren't going anywhere. The trip to Australia was very expensive, so we aren't going skiing this year. But my wife's already planning next summer's holiday. Apparently, we're going to Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so are they going to the same place or are they going to different places?
Different places.
Okay, that's right.
Different places.
Yeah, so where's Josh going?
Mexico.
Australia.
Australia
Australia.
or Mexico?
Australia.
هو جاش مني
Josh is the man, Ismay is the woman.
man Mexico.
Okay, so this means Josh is going to Mexico.
Yes.
And what about Ismay?
Australia.
Australia.
Okay.
New Zealand.
New Zealand or New Zealand or Australia?
No.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Okay, so New Zealand. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can remember, but I'm interested. I want to see your guesses in the second part B here. Can you see part B?
Yeah.
So what you need to do here is it's a true-false question. If you think it's true, then just true, just tick it. If you think it's false, we need to correct it. So number one, it says, Esme and Ronnie are leaving on Saturday. Is this true?
True. True.
True.
True.
Okay.
True.
I'm going to write your answers and then we'll listen again to check. Number two, they're getting the 6 o'clock train to the airport.
Yes.
False.
Yeah. True.
False.
4 o'clock.
4:30.
4:30. Yes. Yes.
So you're not sure of this one. Okay, so let's leave this one. It says here, number three, they're staying with Ronnie's friends for 2 weeks.
False.
No, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Three.
True.
Yes.
True?
True.
False. False.
False.
True.
3 weeks.
True.
False.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
True.
False.
True.
False.
True, yes.
No, he will stay with his friends
3 weeks.
for
2 weeks,
weeks.
yes.
3 weeks.
Okay, so we're gonna listen again and find out. Okay, number four, they're going on a cycling tour for 3 days.
For 1 week.
False.
1 week.
I'm not listening for this part because connection lost.
Okay. Not sure. There's no agreement. Okay.
False.
False. Number five, they're going to some places in a tour
True.
bus.
True.
True.
True? Okay, most of you
Yes.
think it's true. Rashid, do you want to say false? Maybe?
Yes,
I don't
true.
know.
Okay. Number six, Josh is having a skiing holiday this winter.
Yes.
What's the meaning of skiing?
Skiing is when you ski on the snow, when there's a mountain or a hill
No,
with
no,
snow
no.
and you go
False.
skiing.
Yes, true.
False. False.
True.
True. Okay, so you're no agreement here. مش متفقين. Okay, let's listen again and let's check the answers one more time, okay? So pay attention.
Track 33.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Esme.
I saw your wife in the supermarket the other day. She told me all about your trip to Australia. Oh, it sounded amazing.
Yeah, it really was incredible. We loved every minute, particularly the Great Barrier Reef. That was unbelievable.
Yes, I can imagine.
And what about you? Have you got any holiday plans?
Yes, I looked at that travel blog you told me about. You know, the one about the 50 places to go before you die?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and my husband Ronnie and I are going to New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah, we booked it last month.
Great. How long are you going for?
3 weeks. We both really need a holiday. And it's summer over there, of course. It'll be nice to see the sun again. Oh, I can't wait.
So when are you going?
We're leaving on Saturday. We have to get up at 4:30 because we're getting the 6 o'clock train to the airport.
Oh, that's early.
We don't mind. We're really excited.
And where are you staying?
We're staying with friends of Ronnie's for the first 2 weeks. They live in Wellington on the North Island. Then we're travelling to the South Island. We're going on a cycling tour for a week.
Wow, that sounds like hard work.
Well, it's not all cycling. Sometimes we're driving to places in a tour bus and then cycling when we get there. And what about you? Are you having a holiday this winter?
No, we aren't going anywhere. The trip to Australia was very expensive, so we aren't going skiing this year. But my wife's already planning next summer's holiday. Apparently, we're going to Mexico.
Oh, nice.
مش ماشي الوينتر هو. Josh,
Okay.
because expensive.
Correct.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, he said it's expensive,
Expensive.
and his wife is planning the next one.
Next summer.
Next summer,
Summer.
Mexico.
Summer in Mexico.
Right.
Number 3, true.
It's
You
true.
Number
mentioned
4.
3 week, 3 week, 3 week the visit
Yes,
for
true.
New Zealand, but stay with the friends 2
True.
2 weeks.
Number
This is
3
wrong.
is true.
It's true.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
No.
first 2 weeks of the trip, they will stay with
Yes.
Ronnie's friends.
For what difference? Yes, 2 weeks.
Yeah. What about number 2?
True.
It's true.
Oh,
They're gonna wake up at 4:30, but the train is
Yes.
at 6
Yeah.
o'clock.
At the airport,
Oh.
6 o'clock.
Right. What about the cycling tour? How long is it? Is it 3 days?
1 week.
No, 3
3 weeks.
1 week.
2
It's-
weeks in south and
False.
1 week in north.
But the cycling, just the
1
cycling.
week.
1 week.
Yes.
So not true, false. It's 1
Not
week.
true. False, yeah.
That 3 days. 1 week here.
It's 1 week, correct.
Mm.
Okay, so these are just examples of 2 trips that 2 friends were talking about. Now, let's talk a little bit about grammar. Here we want to discuss present continuous for the future. Of course, everyone knows, I think by now, pre-intermediate, that we can use the present continuous for present, right? I'm listening to the radio, I'm listening to you, you're listening to me, we're studying English. All of this is now, present continuous for now. But we can also use present continuous for future arrangements. And when we say future arrangements, this word, it's very close to plan. It's like a plan. I don't think there's a lot of difference between the word plan and arrangement. So an arrangement is when someone organizes something or prepares something for the future, some kind of plan, a holiday. A holiday is a good example of an arrangement or a plan, and it's in the future. You can talk about it with the present continuous. So this is what we want to talk about. So let's start here. So our first question, it says, look at sentences number 1, 2, 3. So sentences 1, 2, and 3 in the examples. And then let's answer the questions. So let's take a look here. Number 1, Esme and Ronnie are leaving on Saturday. Second sentence, they're getting the 6 o'clock train to the airport. And the third sentence, they're staying with Ronnie's friends for 2 weeks. So these 3 sentences, what are they talking about? Do they talk about the past, the present, or the future?
The future.
Right.
Future.
So they all talk about the future. So do they talk about possible or definite arrangements? the second question? What do you think?
Definitely.
Definite arrangement.
Right. They talk about definite arrangements. So it means number 1, 2, and 3, when we say Esme and Ronnie are leaving on Saturday, they're getting the 6 o'clock train, they're staying with Ronnie's friends. This isn't a 50-50, maybe not situation, right? This is for sure. It's a definite situation. It's a definite arrangement. It means the people who are speaking are sure of their plans. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
Okay. Now, question C, it says, does Esme know exactly when these things are happening? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
Because she planned them. Do you get the idea? So everything is scheduled. Now, the difference between an arrangement and a plan, usually an arrangement, it follows a timetable or some kind of schedule, right? If you notice, all of these examples, from number 1 to number 6, the examples in the listening here, all of them, if you notice, they're all related to time, right? On Saturday, 6 o'clock train, the staying with friends for 2 weeks, cycling for 3 days, having a skiing holiday this winter or not having. Do you get the idea? All of it is arranged in time. So it's a plan, including the time itself. Do you get the idea? So that's why question C, does Esme know? Of course she does. Yes, she does. Because she arranged all of these things in her holiday, so she knows when she's going to do them in the future. Okay, last question. Has she booked the flight and the cycling holiday? What do you think?
I think yes.
Yes, she has.
She has.
How do we know she has? Question. How do we know she booked the flight and the cycling holiday? How do we know?
Because she's talking about the time.
Yes. If you check the 3 examples we're discussing here, when she says we're leaving on Saturday, and then she says we're getting the 6 o'clock train, and then she's saying we're staying for 2. It means everything is organized. She booked and planned everything. So she booked the flight and she booked the cycling holiday. Because if she didn't book the cycling holiday, how can she know that they're going to go for a week if she hasn't planned it and booked it? Right? Do you get the idea?
Repeat, I didn't understand.
Okay, now the questions here, they're asking about the examples. Can you see the examples here, Sophia?
Yes.
Okay. So all of these questions are about the examples. So the first question A, can you see question A, Sophia?
Yes. Do these
sentences.
Yes, talk about the past, present, or future.
What do you think?
The future.
Okay.
Are living on Saturday.
Right, correct. And the second question, part B, it says, do they talk about possible or definite
arrangements?
First of all, what does arrangement mean when we say some kind of arrangement?
ترتيبات. What we're doing.
Yes, ترتيبات كترتيبات مستقبلية نقصده مش ترتيب
yes.
كترتيب مكتبي مثلا أو ترتيب. Okay. Part C, so okay. علاش اخترنا definite؟ علاش يعتبروا ترتيبات أكيدة؟ علاش مش possible؟ Frank, why did we say definite?
Because it's a planet.
Yes, that's the idea. And it's planned up to the minute. Do you get the idea? يعني من كتر ما planned حتى من الوقت مقرر يعني قطار بيطلع الوقت ذاك ونطلع اليوم ذاك. So everything is arranged according to time. So it's definite. It's not possible, it's definite. Now question C. Does Esme know exactly when these things are happening? طبعا these things اللي هم تقصد سواء اللي هو الرحلة when they're leaving للقطار مثلا كم بيقعدوا عند صاحبهم راني the cycling tour. So the question is, does she know exactly? هنا جاوبنا yes, but
Yes.
what do you think? What do you
Yes,
think?
she does.
What do you think, Safiya? Why does she know exactly في رأيك؟ على جاوبنا yes.
The same thing, it's planned يعني.
Exactly, it's planned. صح. And the last question, has she booked the flight and the cycling holiday? هل حجزت everything? The cycling?
Yes.
We
Yes.
answered yes.
3 days or 1 week.
1 week وحسب
1 week.
conversation.
Yes, cycle.
But how do we know? كيف عرفنا ان هي حجزت كل شيء؟ هي ما قالتش ان انا حجزت. How do we know? For example, number 4, when she said we're going on a cycling tour for 1 week. ما قالتش we're booking ولا we booked a tour. هي قالت we're going.
Yes.
كيف نعرف ان هي حجزت ولا لا؟
I don't know.
We know from the kind of grammar she's using. من الجرامر نفسها اللي تستعمل فيه لما قالت we're going on a cycling tour for 1 week. يعني كأنك تقولي بتقولي احنا ماشيين شو اسمه رحلة أو جولة. معناها مرتب الموضوع من قبل. It's a plan. It's an arrangement. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
يعني الموضوع ما فيش شيء ممكن نمشوا ولا والله بالك نمشوا خاطرنا نمشوا. لا نمشوا. Do you get the idea? So
yes.
the reason we used yes, the reason we answered yes here is because it's a plan. It's arranged.
Going.
يعني موضوع مقرر مسبقا. هذا هو كل الأمثلة من number 1 to number 6 وفي الحوار متاعهم لو ركزتوا في listening كلها مبني على معلومات إن هم منسقين ومجهزين كل شيء. This is the idea. And this is another way of using the present continuous. So we can use the present continuous to talk about things happening now, but you can also use it to talk about the future. Okay? Now, here there's a mini grammar question. How do we make positive sentences, negatives and questions with the present continuous? So for example, who can give me a positive example using present continuous? Any positive example? What do you think, Rashid?
I will graduate next year.
We are studying English.
Okay.
Sorry.
We are studying English is correct. We are studying English. This is present continuous, correct? What about the negative?
We aren't.
Okay. Can you complete it?
We aren't studying English.
Right. Can you give me a question?
Are they studying English?
Right. That's it. So we are studying English. We aren't studying English. And are you studying English? Now, Rashid, you said I will graduate next year. So is this present continuous? What do you think? I'll graduate next year, or not present continuous?
Not the present continuous.
But can you change it to present continuous? How can you say it in the present continuous?
I'm getting graduate next year.
You can just use I'm graduating next year. This is a future arrangement. it's something that you've arranged for the future. I'm graduating next year. Okay. So let's take a look at the summary here of present continuous for future arrangements. Let's take a look and let's see if there's something worth mentioning. On page 141. Let's take a look. Can you see this? These 3 points. Let's talk a little bit about them. Okay. Okay, Safa, can you read the first? Sorry, Sophia, can you read the first tip, please?
Yes. We usually use the present continuous for definite future arrangements. Example, we are staying with the friends of Ronnie's. Yes.
Okay.
We are staying with the friends of Ronnie's.
Right, okay. Selma, what about the second point? Can you read the second point for us, please?
Okay. We usually know exactly when the arrangements are happening. They are often the type of argument we can write in diary.
A diary.
Diary. Example: we're leaving on Saturday.
Okay. Who can tell me what do they mean? They are often the type of arrangements we can write in a diary. They are often the type of. What does it mean? ندخل diary في الموضوع. Who can guess? What do you think, Samir? They're often the type of arrangements we can write in a diary.
I think the answer is the beginning of these sentences. We usually know exactly when the arrangement are happening.
Exactly, that's it. صح كلامك. Because we know exactly. So because we're sure, we're so sure or so definite of our arrangements, we can even write it in our diaries. Because in our diary, usually you have the date, right? So for example, today is the 2nd of February. So in my diary, I have the whole calendar, right? I have the 3rd of February, 4th, 5th, 6th. So for my plans or my monthly arrangements, I can just write them in my calendar or in my diary with the date. So I can say 15th of February. So okay, I'll give you an example of a real arrangement. We're having the final exam of the beginner's final exam. We're having it on the 15th of February. We're having the final exam of the beginners on the 15th of February. This is an arrangement. I've even written it in my calendar. 15th, we're having the final exam. This is an example of an arrangement. So I know exactly when it's happening. Yes, timetable, Najat, correct. So it's a scheduled event. So if you want to talk about something which is scheduled, which is organized and arranged in a very specific way, like the day when you have an exam, the day when you're going to travel, so it's organized, it's planned, we can use the present continuous. All right, so the third point is clear. This is just how we make present continuous. It's the same, future or present, it's the same. The first tip, it says when blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is just grammar, how to make positive, negative, and questions. All right, now here we have some nice tips. All of them are easy, but they're nice and useful. Let's take a look at them. So the first tip, if you take a look here, it says, let's find someone. Noah, can you please read this tip for us, please? Can you see this tip?
Okay. First one.
This one in the box.
When we use the present continuous for future arrangement. Yes, okay. When we use the present continuous for future arrangements, we usually use future time phrase, next weekend or Saturday, etc. Or both. People know from the situation that we are talking about the future.
Right. So you might be asking, well, okay, what's the difference between present simple, present continuous in the present and present continuous in the future? What's the difference? Because grammatically, there's no difference. It's the same, right? Verb to be, I'm traveling. If I say I'm traveling, the listener can't really know. Are you really traveling now? Maybe if you're on the phone and you're on a train, or maybe your plane is taking off and you say, I'm traveling, maybe you're talking about now, right now, you're traveling right now. But if you're talking to your friend and you say, I'm traveling next weekend, I'm traveling on Saturday, I'm traveling tomorrow, خلاص وضحت القصة، وضحت أنا you're talking about the future. موضوع واضح because of the time phrase of the future تغير الموضوع من ال present continuous لل present now أصبح present continuous لل future من غير أي تغيير في الجرامر، هو الجرامر نفسه مفيش فرق. Yeah, it's actually the only difference في الحقيقة هو مجرد ال time phrase هي بس كلمة سحرية next weekend.
لكن ما تجيش I will traveling.
No. will ما فيهاش will أصلا قصة بكرة. will موضوع تاني. الويل زي ما خديناه قبل في unit 5 I think ولا 6. الويل دائما يتكلم على predictions أكتر. لو تتذكروا اللي حضروا الدرس بتاع البوبوليشن, the population will increase to 9 billion مثلا. حاجات فيها predictions. I think it will rain tomorrow. If I look at the sky now and I see a lot of clouds, I can make a prediction, and I can say, I think it will rain tomorrow. But I can't say it's raining tomorrow. أنا مش متحكم في السحاب يعني ما هوش arrangement. ما نقدرش نقول it's raining tomorrow. مستحيل. لأن بشان اللي حنرتب نزول المطر مثلا. الحاجة الوحيدة اللي نقدر نديرها للمطر هي ندير تنبأ خلاص I think it will rain. فنقدر نستعمل الويل في الوضع هذا. في استعمالات تانية للويل لكن دائما الويل والمايت الشخص اللي يستعمل فيهم أقل ثقة بحصول الشيء في المستقبل. يعني ما هوش plan وما هوش ترتيب. مش زي اللي هو present continuous for future و going to. بالضبط. الاثنين هما أعلى اثنين في الفيوتشر في how definite you are. If you're definite of something happening, if it's a plan or if it's an arrangement, تقدر تستعملوها بإحدى الطريقتين. وفي الغالب للعلم
or there's a different.
most of them ما فيش هذاك الفرق الكبير بيناتهم. يعني أحيانا نستعمل فيهم.
It's more specific. Present continuous for future, more arrangement I think.
ممكن للجداول وللمواقيت. بالضبط. الجداول المواقيت ما زال تحسي رسمي أكتر. أن الشخص ما زال definite أكتر من going to. رغم أن حتى going to راه للplans.
صارت يعني خلاص متأكد منها.
بالضبط. For example, let's say you're having a job interview tomorrow. So it's you know خلاص ما كلمت الجماعة في الشركة قالوا لك غدوة موعدك الساعة 12. خلاص مرتب الموضوع ما عادش في يعني ما فيش شيء ممكن ولا مش ممكن بيصير خلاص أكيد صاير يعني الموضوع. So I'm having a job interview tomorrow. I'm having a job interview tomorrow. So this is the idea. The last tip, it says we often use the present continuous to ask about people's arrangement. How long are you going for? What are you doing this weekend? هذا في حالة نفس الشيء استعملناه فقط في questions يعني. And the last tip, this is a very nice tip. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Oops, the box. Where is that? Suhaib, can you please read this last tip for us? Can you read this one, please?
The arrangement doesn't have to be in the near future. The important thing is how 13. We are about it. We are getting married in May next year. We have decided on a date.
Okay, so this tip is also very important, I think. They're telling you that if you want to arrange something for the future, it doesn't have to be near. I mean, it doesn't have to be tomorrow or next week, or it could be, you know, it could be even next year. Just like Rashid's example when he said, I'm graduating next year, or we're getting married next year. We're getting married in May next year. So you might be asking, okay, what if بالك ما يصير لهم شيء، بالك ينفصلوا يتعاركوا ما يصيرش من العرس. Maybe, yes, ممكن. Maybe. لكن الفكرة إن في اتفاق على الموعد، خلاص مقرر القصة. أنا أكيد أحجزوا في الصالة وبعت الكروت. You know, the rest of the Libyan traditions دارهم كلهم. So this is the idea. We're getting married next year in May. هذه خطة تأكدت خلاص. تم التأكيد عليها، تم الاتفاق على الموعد. So in this example, even though it's not in the near future, you can still use the present continuous because you're certain and you've agreed on a date. Okay? So these are a few tips to keep in mind with the present continuous. يعني لو بنلخصوا كل شيء كجرامر ما فيش اختلاف على ال present continuous اللي كنا نستعمل فيه في ال present. نفس الجرامر بالضبط، ما فيش أي اختلاف. الاختلاف الوحيد هو قصة أن الارينجمنت هذا متأكدين من حصوله، مرتب مسبقا ومجدول وكل شيء. and اللي هم ال future time phrases، الكلمات هذه next year, next weekend, next month, on Saturday, on Sunday, this evening. مثلا لو أنا قلت for example, I'm watching a movie tonight. حتى مش this evening, tonight. Is this for the present or is it for the future? If I say this.
Future.
It's future.
Present.
It's future.
It's future. Near future.
Yes, because I'm talking about what I'm going to do tonight. I've arranged tonight, for example, before I sleep or after this lesson, that I'm going to watch a movie. فأنا رتبت لها أصبحت arrangement. طبعا عندي حتى الإمكانية نقول I'm going to watch the movie after the lesson. فمثلا تسألني what are you going to do after the lesson, or what are you doing after the lesson? I'm going to watch a movie مثلا. فما فيش هذاك الاختلاف بيناتهم. ممكن I'm watching a movie فيها ترتيب أكثر، أو ممكن السينما. ممكن المثال الثاني الحقيقة يمشي مع السينما أكثر، لأن السينما بترتب لك الأوقات، مش حتتفرج على كيفك، بتتفرج على كيف دار السينما نفسها حتعطيك مواعيد الأفلام فمجدولة. So you can say I'm watching a movie tonight at 10:30, because in the cinema timetable this movie is at 10:30. It starts at 10:30. So I'm watching a movie tonight. It's arranged. Okay, so this is the idea. So let's do a few exercises. I think it will be a lot easier. It will be a lot clearer. So here, take a look. So here I have this very nice exercise. Listen and practice. Okay, we can skip the listening for now. We can come back to it. This one. Okay, number 7. Can you see number 7? It says here, read about day 1 of Esme and Ronnie's cycling tour. Remember, we mentioned that Esme and her husband Ronnie, they're going cycling for a week, right? So this is their plan or their schedule for the first day, for day 1. So what we want to do is we want to write sentences about this plan. So here we have the plan in front of us, and you can see it's very neatly and very organized, because they know when they're going to do each thing, right? So take a look at this example. It says on Monday they're traveling from Christchurch to Hammer Springs. So هذه اللي هي تعليق على النقطة الأولى بكل. This one. Can you see this one? Christchurch to Hammer Springs. هذه النقطة الأولى كملها. So what we want to do is we want to cover all the points and we want to write them according to the plan in front of us. Okay. So let me just put a little box where we can write our plans. Okay, so this is where we're gonna write. So I want you to take a quick minute, just a quick minute here. Take a look at all of these and prepare them so we can write their list. We can write all the arrangements they have for the first day, for Monday the 11th, okay? So take a minute and when you're ready, just let me know and we can start writing them together. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so if you can start first. Tell us what they're going to do in the morning.
They are going to meet the Palace Hotel.
Okay. They're going to meet.
In the morning,
Mm-hmm.
can I try?
Okay.
In the morning, they are meeting at the Palace Hotel.
Mm-hmm. And you can also
and
add.
yes, and cycling along the.
Correct.
And they are cycling along the cycle.
Right. So we can say in the morning, they're meeting at the Plaza Hotel. They're meeting at the Plaza Hotel and they are cycling along the coast. Okay. At lunch, what are they doing? Where's Selma? Are you there, Selma? Selma's not there. Okay, Sophia, what about lunch? What are they doing at lunchtime? Or for lunch?
Yes. On the lunch, we have picnic lunch on the Canterbury Plains.
Canterbury Plains. Okay, it's just a name.
They having a picnic lunch. They are having a picnic lunch.
Yes, that's the question, Sophia. Should we say they have or they're having?
They having.
They having or they are having?
They are having, I think.
Yes. Okay. Do you get the question
having
here?
Like this, like verb.
Sophia, do you get the point of the question? Can you see the map
Yes.
here and the plan؟ هذا اللي هو
yes.
هذا المقرر جدولهم لليوم الأول حاجات يحضرها.
Yes.
اللي هو طبعا Esme and her husband Ronnie, right? This is the remember that they're going on a cycling tour for 1 week, right? This is their plan or their schedule for day 1. تمام.
So they are having.
Yes. لأن كله مقرر هذا كله حيصير. Right?
Yeah.
So they're having very
subject,
good.
verb to be.
That's it.
And verb ing.
Yeah. They're having a picnic, lunch on the Canterbury Plains.
Okay. They are getting, maybe getting ولا عادي.
Which one? Where do you want to use getting?
بدل having.
No.
قصدي.
Because with picnic ما في موضوع من غير قصة ال having ال ing من عدمها، قصة أن picnic ما تجيش إلا بhave. هذا موضوع ثاني اللي هو يقولوا له collocation, verb collocation، أن كل phrase or noun in English حيجي معاها مرادف معين. البيكنيك واللانش والدينر والبريكفاست والماكلة والشراب بصفة عامة دائما have بالضبط. ويستعملوا فيها have زي احنا نقولوا بالفصحى يتناول الغداء، يتناول القهوة، يتناول العشاء، يتناول بالشكل هذا. لو تبي تستعملي have picnic حتى في present simple يمشي الحال. مثلا مثال جانبي we can say لو شخص بيتكلم على عادته مثلا مع العائلة تقدر تقولي we usually have picnics in the spring. مثلا إذا شخص يتكلم على الروتينة مع العائلة عائلته مثلا we usually have مثلا. اوكي هو طبعا موضوعنا مش موضوعنا present simple لكن يعني غير على قصة الهاف كيف جاية مع البيكنيك. Alright, very nice. Let's talk about the afternoon. Rashid, tell us about the afternoon. What are they doing in the afternoon?
In the afternoon, they are going to the hot pools in Hanmer Springs.
And there?
And they are visiting the national park.
That's right. So that's what they're doing in the afternoon. So in the afternoon, let's change to red again. So in the afternoon, they're going to the hot pools in Hanmer Springs, and they are visiting the national park. Okay.
Can we said visiting directly without use they are?
Yes, you can. You can say they're going to the hot pools and visiting. Yeah, you can. Okay, and the last point at night. Selma, can you tell us what they're doing at night?
At night, they're camping overnight by the river.
Right. So at night, they're camping. They're camping by the river. Camping by the river. So this is their plan, or this is their schedule for day 1. All right, do you get the idea?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at our next exercise. Let's see the point here in number 8. Okay. So here we have some yes/no questions. Okay, this is good. So here in number 8, we have yes/no questions, but you can also ask a follow-up question. For example, let's say I ask one of you, are you having a holiday next month? For example, if you say, yes, I am, I can ask you, where are you going? Where are you staying? Right? So here, what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at all these questions in number 8. Take a minute first to complete them. And after that, we're going to ask these questions to each other and answer them. All right. So first of all, take a minute, complete them first, and then we'll do them as a conversation. Okay, who's ready?
Me.
Okay, good. Okay, so Selma, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so Selma, you can ask these questions and Noha will answer you. And if you can ask a WH question, a follow-up question, if she says yes, for example, you can ask a follow-up question, okay?
Okay.
Okay, start with the first question.
Are you having a holiday next month?
Yes, I have.
Again?
Yes, I have.
Do we say have or okay? How does the question start?
Are you having holiday next month?
And how should we answer it?
Yes. I have.
Yes.
Or yes, I having holiday.
No. Yes, I have. Just.
Yes, I am.
What's the answer, Selma?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I have.
I am,
yes,
not I have.
Yes, I am.
Because you use the same auxiliary in the question. Use the same auxiliary. For example, if I ask you, do you like chocolate? You don't say, yes, I like. You have to say, yes, I do.
Am.
Yes, I do. Do you like chocolate? Yes, I do. For example, have you got a car? Yes, I have. Let me show you an example. بصفة عامة yes no questions دايما استعملوا الauxiliary verb اللي جاك في السؤال. Have you got a car? Yes, I have.
Okay.
Do you like chocolate? Yes, I do. Is she a teacher? Yes, she is. يعني نفس الفكرة هو بيتعود الموضوع. So yes, I am. لأن جاك are فبتستعمل يعني verb to be.
Yes, I am having a holiday.
You don't have to complete it. Just yes, I am. Are you having a holiday?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. What's the question, Selma? After, are you going on holiday? Are you having a holiday? You can ask about the place.
Okay, where did you go?
Oh, why did you change to the past?
Where
عايش غيرتي. Where
are you?
Where are you going?
Okay, where are you going?
Where are you going now?
Where are you going? I'm going.
صح.
Yes.
I am going to what time said anything for another town or
Yeah, you need to just give a name of a place. That's all.
okay. Yes, I going to Benghazi.
I'm going to Benghazi. Okay. All right. Ask her another question, Selma. Choose any other questions. You don't have to ask all of them. Just choose another 3 questions. So we'll ask a total of 4. So 3 questions left.
Are you doing something interesting next week?
Yes, yes, I am.
So you can ask her شن حتديري؟ انت سألتها قلت لها are you doing anything interesting next week? She said yes. So you can say كيف نقولوا شن حتديري؟
What do you do?
بالpresent continuous.
What are you doing?
Are you doing it?
What are you doing? Next week طبعا.
I am doing I'm doing I want to set invite for meeting, important meeting.
معناها كأنك بتقولي أنا عازمة. كيف نقولوا أنا عازمة بالpresent continuous؟
I invite.
Invite.
In ing. I'm inviting.
Inviting. Yes, I'm inviting for a party.
I'm inviting some friends for a party. Inviting.
Yeah. I'm invited.
لا, I'm inviting.
Ting.
مدعوة ولا؟
لا, هي بتدعو. لو هي مدعوة حتقول I'm going. لو هي اللي ماشية. لكن لو هي المضيفة اللي حتعزم الناس حتقول I'm inviting.
Yes.
I'm inviting.
My friend for a party.
I'm inviting some friends for a party. Or I'm inviting my friend for a party. Or اللي أسهل من inviting قولي we're having a party. I'm having a party.
Okay.
Or we're having a party.
I'm having a party.
لأن لما أنت بتكوني having معناها أنت المضيفة حتعزمي أصدقائك. Okay, next question, Selma.
Are you taking an exam next month?
What?
Are you taking an exam next month?
Yes, I am.
Are you getting what?
Are you taking an exam next month? Are you taking? Okay, so we can ask, what exam are you taking?
Second,
I'm taking.
I'm taking the second part, Arab board.
Nice. I'm taking the second part of the Arab board exam. Good. Okay, last question, Selma.
Are you going to another town or city next weekend?
No, I'm not.
Good. Okay, so now let's change to okay, Safa and Rashid. So Rashid,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rashid, you can ask the questions and Safa will give you, Sophia, sorry, I keep saying Safa, I don't know why. Okay, so Rashid, you can ask and Sophia will answer you.
Are you having a holiday next month?
No, I don't have.
In present continuous.
Are you?
No,
No,
I'm not.
No, I'm not having.
من غير have. No, I'm not.
Yes.
Rashid?
Are you meeting some friends after class?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Are you doing something interesting next week?
No, I will.
No, I'm not.
Yes, no, I am not.
Are you going out with friends tomorrow evening?
No, I am not.
Are you taking an exam next month?
No, I am not.
Okay. All right, you don't have to ask all of them.
Are you having dinner?
What about dinner?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Rashid, ask her a follow-up question. She said yes. You can ask her about dinner.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what dinner are you having? What kind of dinner are you having? Or what are you having for dinner?
I'm cooking fish in the grill.
Nice. Sounds delicious.
I invite you.
Yes, I'd love to come.
I am inviting you.
I'm inviting you. All right, that's good. All right, so let's find someone else. Okay, so Haib and Samiha, you can do some questions. So Haib, you can ask Samiha some of these questions. مش ضروري بالترتيب. You don't have to go in order. You can just ask 4 random questions, and Samiha will tell you about her arrangements. Okay, go ahead, Sohaib. You can start.
Are you traveling abroad the next 2 months?
No, I haven't.
Again, Samiha? He asked, are you traveling abroad the next 2 months?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I continue.
Are you taking an exam next month?
No, I'm not.
Are you having a dinner at home this evening?
Yes, I am.
Okay, follow-up question.
Are you going to another town or city next weekend?
Okay, so just a second. Now she said when you asked her about dinner, are you having dinner? Where is it? I'm almost number 6. Are you having dinner at home this evening? She said yes. So you can ask her about her dinner. What do you say?
What are you eating at in dinner?
Or you can use the same verb. What are you having for dinner? Right? What are you having for dinner? Samiha, what are you having for dinner?
I'm having sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
I am.
What kind of sandwich?
Maybe a toast. I don't know.
Okay, so you can say
After the class.
After class. So I'm having. Are you sure you haven't started yet? It sounds like you've already started making the sandwich. Have you already started?
Have you what?
Have you already started making the sandwich?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm having a sandwich after class. All right, good. Okay, you can see the examples here. الفكرة الحاجة الوحيدة اللي بكم تنتبهوا لها اللي هو موضوع ال present continuous for the future معناها هو present continuous. يعني بتبدو بالverb to be في السؤال وبتنتهوا بالverb to be في الإجابة. هذا لو كان بالR. Are you بتقولوا yes I am no I'm not. Okay, هذه مهمة في ال yes no questions. والباقي يعني نزل present continuous العادي ما فيش أي اختلاف. Okay, so it's important in your short answers في الإجابات القصيرة yes I am no I'm not وخلاص بما أنه هو yes no question. Okay, so these are yes.
Can I ask about the second question after?
Yes. Then my question.
Can
هذا بتاع meeting. Are you meeting some
use
friends?
the future phrase or not?
أما واحد أما question.
The following question.
لا ما فيش داعي. No need. لأن لأن خلاص نعرف السياق من السياق نعرف. So if I ask you for example زي هذا السؤال اللي سألوه لك صهيب اللي هو Are you having dinner at home this evening? And you said yes I am. And then نقول لك What are you having for dinner? ما عادش في داعي نقول لك this evening. خلاص وضحت من الأول من السؤال الأول وضحت أن نسأل فيك على توا يعني على المستقبل. Sorry. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
Okay. سؤالك يا صفية شن كان؟ كان عندك سؤال؟
دكتور number 3.
أها.
Number 3.
Yeah, what about
Do you have something interesting?
علاش have?
Yes, do you have ولا؟
لا. Are you doing? لأن السؤال كله درسنا اليوم كله present continuous ما فيش مكان لأي حاجة تانية. Present continuous كلها.
Are you doing?
Are you doing? ريتي الأفعال اللي عاطينهم لك هنا بالinfinitive كلهم نحولوهم ing. Are you meeting? Are you doing? Are you going out? Are you taking? Are you having? Are you traveling? Are you going to?
Yes.
هذه الفكرة يعني. طبعا في هو سؤال براحة do you have anything interesting? next week ما يمشيش الحال. لو تتكلمي بصفة عامة لك ما تمشيش مهما كان. الأحسن أن have you اللي هو are you doing anything interesting next week. وإلا اللي هو بتستعملي going بالverb to be اللي هي are you going to do anything interesting next week. يعني هما أحسن طرق تسألي بيهم على الخطط المستقبلية. سواء درس اليوم are you doing anything? Are you doing anything interesting this week or شو كان هو next week? Or are you going to do? الاثنين صح. Are you going to do anything Can you see these two examples, Safia?
Yes.
Yeah. هادو أحسن اثنين تسألي بيهم عن المستقبل. سواء درت اللي تحسين يمشي معك أسهل استعملي. مش ضروري are you doing. لو هذا حسيتيه مثلا رزين شوية you can just say are you going to do. الأول اللي هو be going to اللي قارينا قبل من elementary. عرفت الفكرة؟ لأن معناهم قريب من بعض فكرتهم. You know, it's the same thing. All right, so this is how we can use present continuous for future arrangements. Now, let me show you our next lesson. So in our next lesson, we are going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about quantifiers and we're going to talk about possessive pronouns, quantifiers and possessive pronouns. Now, let me tell you what are quantifiers and what are possessive pronouns. Now, can you see this? When we say a lot of, or when we say a few, or if we say many, a lot of, a bit, not much. These are called quantifiers because they show you the quantity of something. But some of them, we use them for countable nouns and some of them for uncountable nouns. So I've got a little question here for you. For example, let's say I'm asking about, so if I want to say, I've got what can we use here with milk? And I'm going to show you some options. We have which quantifier can you use in this example? And another one.
A lot.
Much.
Okay, let me write another. Okay.
A lot.
So the first one, is it a lot? What do you think?
I have got a lot of milk. Yes.
I have a bit of milk and I haven't get a lot of milk.
A lot of milk, yes.
First one is a lot. I've got a lot of milk.
Bit. I think bit.
A bit. I've got a bit of milk. A bit of milk. What about the second one?
A lot. I haven't got a lot of milk.
Okay. Let's say, for example, that you have 0 milk. What do we say? It's not in the options. مش مكتوبة في الخيارات.
Bit.
If you have 0 quantity of something.
Little.
لا اللي أقل من little مازال. 0 ما عندكش بكل.
haven't any.
Any. I haven't got any. معناها عندنا حتى any. But what's the difference between any and many? Can we say I haven't got many milk? Is it okay?
Any with positive and any with negative.
Correct. Any is with negative.
No. Countable. Uncountable.
Countable. Many.
Milk.
Countable.
Many is with countable. But can we use it in negative? Can we say I haven't got many cars مثلا? What do you think? I haven't got many cars.
No, use any with the negative.
I haven't got any cars.
Yes.
باي مثلا عندك 3 قلمات. What do I say? Can I say I haven't got any pencils? ولا نقول I haven't got many pencils. Any or many? For pencils.
Any.
Many. So we can say I haven't got many pencils, right? Anyways, هذا الموضوع كله يعتبر ضمن اللي هي topic اسمه quantifiers. يعتبر بسيط هو غير يدخل فيه موضوع الكاونتبل ولا uncountable. هذا حيحدد لنا نوع الكوانتيفاير اللي حنستعمله. Correct. And also positive or negative. فلما ناخذه في الحسبان positive or negative وناخذه في الحسبان countable or uncountable بعدها حنعرفوا بعض الرولز أو بعض القواعد الاستعمال many, much, a bit, a lot, little, many, any, you know, all of them. So this is our focus in our next lesson. وأيضا موضوع تاني حنناقشه في حصتنا الجاية إن شاء الله اللي هو موضوع possessive pronouns. For example, look at this little conversation. هادو نفسهم روني وأزمي قبل ما يجهزوا لإجازتهم. Can you see this conversation? It says, have you got any room in your suitcase? Why? There are a few things I can't get in mine. Can I put them in yours? Okay, my question is, هو كتب لك أصلا mine يقصد بها my suitcase و yours يقصد بها your suitcase. But لكن كيف عرفنا? How did we know?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. So here the question is, you can see that here mine أعطينكم الشرح بعدها صح؟ كتب لك my القصد يعني my suitcase.
The question, first question, you have a get any room in your suitcase?
That's it. من السياق نفسه your suitcase. فأول ما هو قال mine نعرف الماين هل يقصد شنطة هو. يعني في الحقيقة الماين تغنيكم على أنكم تقولوا I can't get it in my suitcase. فتقدروا تختصروا الموضوع بالpossessive pronoun just say mine. I can't get it in mine. المستمع حيزبط على طول حيعرف زي ما أنتوا عرفتوا حيعرف علشان تقصد mine علشان تتكلم يعني. Right? So these are possessive pronouns. They're very nice, they're very useful, and they're easy I think. فهذا حناخدوا عليهم يعني ممكن تذكير أو مراجعة because they're not hard to use but they're useful. Okay, so that's all for tonight. Our next lesson we'll meet again on Thursday. We'll start here. We'll talk about things to take when we're traveling, swimming costume, perfume, chewing gum. Okay, so I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good night and
Thank
see
you.
you
Good
soon.
night.
You're
Good
welcome.
night. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye bye. Good night.